Hello, dear friends. Welcome to the seventh session of our program, Demystifying Academic Research. In the sixth session that just passed, we handled the issue of main research question, and we ended with the general objective and the specific objectives. As a way to connect the work, today we are beginning with the issue of literature review. My name is Mike Booker, and I encourage all of us who are here, please like and share, subscribe, and make your comments known at the comment section. Literature review, in a nutshell, is, for instance, you meet a friend that people have separated for a while, and as you people meet, you start discussing. Perhaps you ask the friend, "How has it been?" Or the friend may ask you, and the response will be something like taking you down memory lane to say, since we separated, this is how I've lived, this is what I've gone through, this is how my life has evolved up to where I am now. And the person may share his or her experiences since you guys separated until you are meeting now. The same thing applies to literature review. To make a good literature review, you go down memory lane and look at what authors have said about that particular topic. First of all, before you have a literature review, you should have had a topic and you have a key concept to check online. We'll do those things later as we proceed. So now, the literature review have to go down memory lane. You look at textbooks, you look at articles, you look at newspapers, you may go to the museums where knowledge is taught, and you review what others have prepared before you. That is how you do. And literature review now, once you start it, that's where you will discover the gap. Once you have had a topic, you will know what you want to search on. The first step is finding the structure. The second step is cut and paste the relevant point. The third stage is conceptual framework, where you have the core and the skeleton. The fourth stage is PEER, point, example, explain, and repeat. And the last stage is conclusions and introduction. You heard me right. Conclusions and introduction. Dear friends, that is how it is. And I want to say that we will continue now to look at it in brief. But mark you, from tomorrow we are going to have the session 8. We will begin to handle each of these 5 stages detailedly. Because of the importance of literature review in any paper or thesis, we cannot rush over it. That's a proposal. So we think that we will take time to give people a better grasp of literature review, so that once you grab it, because it determines the interest of the reader. Once the reader picks the paper, it's at the literature review that the reader will know what to expect in future. If you come powerfully, sound academically in the literature review, in the examiner's mind, you always say, okay, this student the aptitude is good, the presentation is good. Literature review is like having a good appearance, dressing well, and it gives first impression. So the first thing we say, finding a structure. In this case, you take the key concepts we were dealing in our last topic about the poor healthcare services offered by doctors in the Protestant Reformed Hospital to patients. So the key concept could be healthcare, patients, medical doctors, Protestant. We take this key concept and put in what we call Google Scholar to search and download papers that have been written about this topic. We search later and then we can cross-check later. The second step is to cut and paste. We now go and get relevant information in textbook, in articles, online or software, and keep. But we must be careful to acknowledge our source so that we should not suffer from plagiarism. The next step is conceptual framework. This is where we have the core and the skeleton. Here we summarize our findings. We look at evidences, associations, agreement, disagreement, patterns. We look at those things, cause, effect, those type of stuff. We look at, it may be chronological, it may be problem and solution, it may be micro and macro, it may be key terms. This is where we look at those things at the conceptual framework. The fourth, and then we can also use snowball method to get a cause and contradictions, causal relationships, the evidences. We can use Zotero to search, we can use Boolean operators. It is at the conceptual framework That is the core of this literature review. Then we'll look at the fourth part is PEER. Point, example, explain, and repeat. We'll point at each paragraph. We should be able to point at a core point. We'll give example. We'll repeat our facts. The last part is conclusion and introduction. In the conclusion, we now try to give a summary of the point that we have explained and we have brought out. We have the example and then we'll repeat it. We'll recapitulate, we'll give a summary. We'll talk about the limitation of the paper and also of the evidence that we got. We'll also look at suggestion of further reading. All this will come at the conclusion. It shows what policy can be developed from this conclusion. And then the last part is the introduction. Yes, you heard me right. The introduction is good to be written at the end. Once you are finished with the paper, you already have everything about the paper. You cannot write your introduction in a way that the introduction, now you may ask, what does introduction carry? Introduction carries why we are having this conversation. It's in the introduction. Why are we having this conversation? Why are we writing this paper? You have that in the introduction. In the first paragraph, you may write about the current debates in a summary, a snapshot. And then the second paragraph, you may try to write what are the gaps that were discovered. Show us the gaps. And the third paragraph, you now tell us how these gaps will be filled as this paper unfolds or the thesis unfolds. That will make your introduction so captivating and will whet the appetite of the reader. And the reader will be eager to proceed with the reading. Dear friends, it's Mike Booker, and I encourage you to follow this program. Tomorrow we are going to handle the first stage of our literature review, finding a structure. Until then, success.